Give me but a moment.
But if you're worried, we could just check it out.
No, I wasn't worried. I was just wondering.
Okay.
I mean, if it is him, we'd probably run into him anyway. Just
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean,
I feel like he.
Go ahead.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it doesn't seem like it's his first time going around like this, so...
I mean, like, the only thing that, like, my curiosity is, like, if we actually, like, followed him, and for some odd reason he's just, like, fucking hiding out, and all he does is just, like, fucking read, like, manga and shit all the time. Like, he just really needed a fucking break from his
just sitting in a cave smoking weed in the, like, there.
Playing Morrowind. And he's like, oh shit!
My secret cave!
Dude.
I'm kind of like wondering if that's what it is.
Fuck.
What
if it's just like going to his vacation home, like in the woods, a nice cabin.
And then when Clovis gets older, he learns about it, and he's like, oh. That's all it was?
He's just like drinking hot cocoa in front of a fire.
He's like, oh, you got me.
I mean, if I was in his place, I would probably do something like that.
Same though.
Yeah, same.
Jesus. Amazing. This one might take a little while to load in. Kind of a big map.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let me just drag you guys over. Boom.
Ooh.
You guys are going to be all the way over to the right.
Oh, there we are.
Ah, yes, good. You know, one thing I really like about this campaign over another one I'm in is that all your maps are scaled to our character models.
The other ones aren't scaled?
No, he has to rescale
So
our
you have
icons
tiny
every
houses?
single time.
Oh my goodness.
It's super annoying, and my zoom of the map is all fucked up, so I have to zoom out even more sometimes. I'm like, damn it.
Oh man.
That sucks, man.
Your maps
This one
are
will take a
great
little while to load in.
size.
It's kind of big. But you guys walk in through the sort of the northeastern part of town, and you come in between a group of houses that look like they're small farmhouses. They have little pen areas where they would keep animals and the like. There are a couple of people hanging around, mostly orcs, half orcs, that sort of thing. There are a couple of elves standing around as well. I haven't put any minis down there, but
I was gonna say, I was like, it looks like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone's dead.
I was gonna say, is this Sil'terai? It looks empty.
Yeah.
It's spooky.
It is, in fact, Sil'terai. There is a building up ahead that resembles a sort of a great hall. And to the south of that is up on more of a hilltop is some sort of temple or a church of some sort. But yeah, this appears to be it. You notice that some of the rocks and large stones that are around town have carvings and paintings on them resembling different tribal patterns. You're not sure if this is decorative or if it means something, but they're scattered about the entire town, it seems.
Hmm.
So, what would you like to do while you're here?
Well, you said it was like pretty late now, right?
It's pretty late at night, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should find a place to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. And what time is it exactly?
It's probably about 10:30 p.m.
Oh yeah, okay. Now, I was going to say, since this is closer to Karnus Solace, it might be a good idea to ask around if people know anything about the place.
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of
Just-
late.
Yeah, gather. Yeah, tomorrow, like, but we
Oh,
should do
yeah.
that. Just like gather
Smart.
some information.
So
So yeah.
where would the inn or tavern be?
Where's what, sorry?
Where would the inn be? there's an
There
inn.
doesn't appear to be an inn anywhere in town. But if you're asking, Tuazar says, well, I don't know if anyone's moved into it, but when I left, I left a house, but I mean, we could try there.
Yeah, if it's still empty.
Where are the shot?
Okay. And she walks over to the entrance of this house right here. Not exact. All the houses in this area, you notice, are quite small and compact. Like they serve a purpose for just shelter and sleep, and that's about it.
Are you talking about this one here?
No, just all the houses in general.
No, I mean,
all of them in
like-
general, but she stops in front of the one that
Okay.
is right next to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
She tries the handle on the door, and it doesn't work because it's kind of like frosted shut, and it's not really going anywhere. She goes,
Oh.
and she pats around her belongings and searches through her bag. She's like, I don't have any keys. Oh, fuck it. And she reels back and plants her foot at the on the door, like right next to where the handle is.
Oh my God.
And
I
with a
hope we're
crash,
not,
it
like-
swings open.
There's like a fucking family inside, like, eating dinner.
I mean, if
At
it was frozen shot, it probably is empty.
You never know. Maybe there was a snowstorm this afternoon that froze the family inside.
She calls out inside and goes, "Is anybody home? Does anybody live here?"
That's not a good
No
sign. We have to ask that.
There's no response. And she's just like, "Okay, good." And she
Sounds like it's vacant.
begins moving inside. Move everybody more towards the south.
Oh, okay, I see it.
But yeah, she moves inside, and everyone else can follow her if you wish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys in this house. There's 2 beds, a what looks like a cooking pit, like a spit roast kind of pit there, a trough of coals. There's a barrel that's kind of just been sitting there gathering dust. Looks like it would contain things like jerky and that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's a bench across from the entrance and 2 small bedrooms. She goes, well, it ain't much, but it's home, I guess.
We should
It's better than
probably-
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than sleeping outside.
Probably should start a fire in here because it's probably pretty chilly.
Yep.
I mean,
She,
it's been abandoned for a while.
She crouches down near the spit roasting fire pit. And she's like, well, I'll get some warmth going. Whoever needs to sleep for the whole night would better take the beds. I can go with only a couple of hours of rest, so I'll probably just take a seat or sleep near the fire.
I have a bedroll I can use.
All right. But she just starts flint and tinder, sort of like chipping away and trying to spark something out of the coals there. She has to like roll a few of them over because they're a little damp. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
She starts chipping away at that. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, since it's like probably just sleep, so we can go talk to people in the morning, I
that'd
guess.
be wise.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So eventually she does get a fire going. It's not like a incredibly over the top whoosh fire, haha, but it's, it's warm enough. And yeah, you guys can take to the beds and use your bed rolls and sleeping bags, that kind of stuff, to get you through the night with enough comfort to go by.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Just get some sleep.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Moro curls up near the fire and enjoys the warmth.
BB.
I'll just kind of sit next to him, actually. Just
Alrighty. So you guys set up near the fire. Tuazar takes a nap on the bench that was across the way and just sprawls out across it and just falls asleep. You can see it kind of like in the middle, it kind of bows underneath her weight.
His face and
Hey, don't sit on the fire.
no, I was my fucking icon was like going all over the fucking place. I was like, dude, chill.
You can see that the she takes off like some of the heavier parts of the armor and just like rests like without to sort of prevent the bench from completely just shattering. But yeah. So morning comes around. You guys are going to start asking around town then, or?
Yeah, just ask for stories, general information, like what's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Where would be a really good? Is there like a library here?
There is not. You don't.
There's not.
You get
Okay,
the
I was
sense
just gonna
from like the general makeup of the place where it's like they kind of just get by with hunting and surviving, that kind of primitive way. That yeah, they're not all about their deep wells of knowledge and study here. They're more of like, how do we hunt and survive the winter? Judging by the decorative areas of the town where they have animal skulls up and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I was just wondering in case there was like, yeah.
All right. So you guys get out amongst the town folk and start asking around. They are mostly half-orcs, but there are elves among them, and the half-orcs give a nod and wave of acknowledgement to Azar, and then because you're with her, they give you the same acknowledgement and nod. Yeah, is there... what exactly are you going to be asking around about?
Prior, like what Diana said and everything, like Chris said and everything. Also, I think we should ask.
Oh no, you're just gonna say like, yeah, like stories about that place or anything.
Yeah, I was also just gonna say like beasts that are in the area that we should probably keep a lookout for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the half-orcs is that's sort of roaming the town. Is like, well, Let me see. Well, haven't been down that way myself. I know that there's been stories of a lich. There's been stories of frost giants. Stories of a white dragon. All kinds of different stories have come to that place. But then again, those kind of stories come from anywhere that hasn't really been explored. People just kind of make assumptions, and it flows around like rumor.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, at the very least, that's the least of things that we could look out for.
Yep.
Hopefully it's just rumors.
White dragons are nice, right? That's probably the best thing that we could find.
White dragons are what, sorry?
Are nice, right?
No.
Or no?
No, because remember.
Oh
No,
no,
definitely
because
not.
they're
Chromatic dragons
No,
are
you're right.
assholes.
Yeah, chromatic.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Nice ones
You
are
know
metallic
that.
ones.
Roll a nature check, Diana, actually.
Nature.
You seem to recall from your studies that white dragons are, out of all the chromatic dragons, they are the most primal and animalistic of the
Awesome.
chromatic dragons. So
Great.
yeah.
Thanks.
There's
I
that.
hate it.
Lovely.
Yay. Yes, so it doesn't seem to they don't seem to know a whole lot. But as you're asking about it, you do take note of one of the elves that's kind of standing by and is watching you guys. He has a set of scars down his cheek that seem to go down the side of his neck and onto his shoulder, like 3 cuts from like a claw or something of the like. But he, after you're done talking to the half-orc, he comes over and says, did you all say that you're going to Karnus Solace?
Precisely.
Well, if you happen upon a cart that went out that way a couple of days ago, my wife led a cart that way. She was going out there to gather ingredients for soup. But she hasn't returned yet. So if you're on the way there, if you spot the cart or you spot her there, that you could send her back, or help her get back, that would be really great. I'd really appreciate that.
Right. What does she look like?
She has flowing brown hair. She's an elf,
Dreamy eyes.
like myself. Very much so. Blue as the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you happen to find her, send her home, or if she's, God forbid, had injuries, if you could escort her home, I would be happy to pay you for that effort.
We'll keep an eye out.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're not getting any much more information than that.
Did we try the town hall?
There's a temple here.
Oh yeah, the temple.
We could.
Yeah, but isn't
Right. What kind of temple is it?
Isn't there also a town hall?
There's a big great hall up in the northern area of town, and just south of that is the temple.
We could try both places.
Yeah. Which one are you going to first? Sorry, because you guys are kind of like here in the center of town, like between the two of them. So you can try them both. Just wondering where you're going first.
We could.
Or if you guys prefer, it's fine.
Move you guys out there so that we know where you're at. Yeah, you could.
We can split.
Where are you guys? Yeah.
Yeah, splitting up sounds like a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the temple.
I'll go to the town
Yeah,
hall.
I'll go to the temple as well.
Alrighty. Goes to the Great Hall with Gunther.
Good.
All right. So you guys head toward this this temple here. I will guide you down toward. The entrance is on the southern side of the temple there.
Yeah.
So as you guys enter, you're immediately hit with the warmth coming from the opposite side of the room. There's a stone table there with 2 bowls of burning oil, and at the center of the room there's another roasting pit. It seems as though they set it up to have a communal meal here on some days with the people that follow whatever it is they worship. There is a half-orc woman in here. She's dressed in, I suppose, what you would consider a religious robe for such a tribe. They it's kind of like cloth scraps that are woven and wrapped around, but also wearing kind of hodgepodge leather armor as well. It seems as though, although this half-orc is the clergy or priestess of this this temple, she is also a hunter of some sort.
Yeah, one would assume that everyone here has to be really badass.
Yeah. They kind of all have to be hunters and hardcore badasses.
Right. Can I tell just by looking, like maybe at, I don't know, whatever is up here in the altar? What do they worship here?
Roll a religion check real quick. All right. So up ahead you can see a it's a stone carving that looks to be like a mountain peak. With a sun that's capping the top of the mountain, which has been painted red. And you know this to be the god of mountains and peaks, Donatus. Dunatis. There's a sort of a nature sort of domain that people worship when they're going on a trek into the mountains and that kind of stuff to sort of keep them safe on their journey.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'll mention that to Faye. Maybe we should pray before we leave.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Yep.
It's always a good precaution. But yeah, we should talk to the priestess lady.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just mention that we plan on heading over there to Karnus Solace, and we would just like to know if anyone in town, or if she could tell us just any information she could have about it, stories or rumors.
Well, there are a couple of rumors, but they are disturbing, and I don't know exactly how much truth there is to them. But I have heard tell of wolves, obviously, in the area, which isn't all that much of a surprise, being that the area is what it is. But the wolves aren't really the biggest concern. There's one wolf in particular that's more of like a saber cat of some sort that lives among the ice. I've heard stories of traders who have come back that were one of a group of about 5 or 6 that ended up just getting back on his own, barely alive from an encounter with such a thing. There were also rumors, again, don't know how true they are, of the snow and ice coming to life and attacking the people that traverse by it. So if you're heading up that way, look out for not only creatures, but the very land itself trying to kill you.
That is actually really good information. Right. I thank her, and I think we should, like, do a prayer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys approach the altar at the front, and you can see on the stone altar up there, there's, in front of the red sun-capped mountain, there's a couple of coins and things like that, pieces of fruit and the like that have been placed in front of it on the altar as offering. And you can glean that it's kind of customary to offer something, even if it's a coin or some form of small gift before you start your prayer.
Let me see real quick.
What do I have on me? I guess we can leave a few pieces of gold.
I have a wolf fur cloak that I don't use that I can probably offer.
Okay.
What kind of things are in there?
Oh yeah.
On the altar, there are a few individual pieces of gold. There's like an apple. People have offered like a small cuts of hide and that sort of thing from animals that they've hunted and skinned.
Actually, I have a wolf pelt instead. So.
All right. So you approach the altar and lay out a wolf's pelt across the altar and say a small prayer asking for guidance and protection in the mountains. You lay it out across the altar, much to Moro's horror.
Oh no, baby!
This was before I met you, sweetheart. These were evil wolves that attacked us out of nowhere.
Yeah. So, Diana, what are you gonna offer?
Yeah, I guess I could leave there like a few pieces of gold.
All right.
How much do you reckon?
It seems that people have donated just an individual piece, but you can give as much as you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave like a couple of pieces of gold.
All right. So you offer a couple pieces of gold and say a small prayer asking for the same guidance and protection through the mountain. And as you guys are sitting there in prayer, I will move up to Gunther and Tuazar, who are approaching the Great Hall. You guys gather outside the front entrance of the hall. A large wooden door is bolstered to the front of it, and Tuazar looks to you and grins and says, "Well, ladies first."
Well, go ahead.
She stands aside waiting.
Oh, we're gonna wait a long time.
Just do it.
She winks at you and says, "Oh, I'm just kidding." And she moves past you and walks inside. Inside there are a series of orcs and elves that are sitting around the tables and having drinks and eating just a feast of meat and things that have been hunted rabbits, deer. You can't quite tell after it's been skinned, but you think that there might be the body of a bear that's cooking on the roasting pit on the other side of the Great Hall. All these things that have been hunted and laid out to eat. There are benches and tables lining the sides of the Great Hall. Each of them has like various pelts of different animals that sit there as more comfortable seating and for a bit of protection so that the tables don't get damaged. You get the sense that furs and pelts in this town are abundant.
Yeah, I can see that.
Up at the top end of the Great Hall, there is a rather mighty, battle-scarred looking half-orc who sits there. And he's got at the foot of his chair up there, he has a large battle axe that's just kind of sitting there, its head on the ground and like leaning against the arm of the chair. And sitting on either side of him is sitting on each side of him is an elf woman who's sitting there partaking in drink and chatting with both him and with the elven males that are sitting beside them. They seem to all be enjoying the big breakfast meal that they lay out and also sort of frivoliting.
I feel like you would have the answers we need.
Tuazar says, well, I mean, as good a person as any. He looks like he's seen enough battles. He'll probably have been down that way.
Yeah, he probably
if it's
has.
as dangerous as we think.
Let's go talk to him. And
all right, see you guys. Sorry?
I was saying, I'm assuming you mean he's around there, over there?
Yeah, he is sitting at the throne up the top there. So you guys make your way around and in front of the throne area. And he looks over to the two of you. He says, what can I do for you visitors to my town?
Hello. So I was wondering, we're passing through and we're heading out to Karnus Solace. And I was wondering if you would happen to have any information about the place.
He just starts laughing, and he wipes a tear from his eye and looks down at you again. He goes, "Oh shit, you're serious? Okay. Don't go there. I mean, you'll die. The end."
How bad is it?
Oh my god.
It's the journey down there is treacherous, and I've not been there for many years, but the beasts that inhabited that cave when I went there gave me many of these scars.
That does sound very dangerous.
If you are heading out that way, pack warm. That's the best advice I can give you, is stay warm, stay very alert, and have good fighters with you.
Yeah, we have that covered at least. Now we need to figure out how we'll keep it warm enough. I feel like that might be the problem.
Just hug Diana.
That doesn't help in battle, though, if we need that. I'm assuming you mean keep warm for battle, right? Or just in general?
There is that too, but also in general. There is one that might be able to help you. There's a, well, I should probably send you out to her. Yeah, there's a woman on the southeastern part of town, lives alone in a house all on her own. Elven lady. Kind of a weird one. Definitely takes some getting used to. But, she might have some of the things you need to stay warm.
Sounds perfect. Thank you for your help.
Alright, well, good luck. If you kill things that have pelts, bring them back.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta make
Fantastic.
some money.
Sorry, what did you
Oh,
say?
he says it's not interested in purchasing them. We have plenty of pelts of our own, but I do like seeing a good kill.
I'll relay that information to
heartily agrees
that take care of that.
Halfworks are funny.
Mm.
Well, we're gonna head out then.
All right. You guys, you all head out toward the center of town and meet up again.
Yep.
So you're going to check out that woman's house before you leave, or?
Yes.
It is still early morning, so you probably have enough to make one more stop, and then after that, if you head off, you could make it there before nightfall.
Yeah, we should do that.
So I heard of. So we saw this this guy in there that was saying to not go there because it's too dangerous. But he said that if we go, to just keep warm at least, and to be careful.
I mean, I do have those potions.
Yes.
You do indeed.
I also heard of someone around that could help us with maybe like help us find like give us ways to keep warm as well, just in case. So it would be worth checking it out before we go.
Yeah, it would be nice if we have something, else to rely on besides just potions.
Yes. Where did you say that was again?
So let's do.
What did you say that she was again? I forgot.
Gunther leads you guys toward the house to the southeastern area of town, just over here. As you approach it, you notice that it's there's a small shelter off to your right that has a couple of barrels and boxes and that stacked underneath it, all of them with snow atop them. The shelter doesn't seem to do much as it is an open wall shelter, just kind of a roof on stilts. Yeah. You guys gonna head over to the entrance to the house?
Yes.
Give it a try.
I'll knock. I want to knock.
Okay. So you guys try the house. Who's knocking? The front door is just here and it's closed.
I heard about it. I'll knock.
All right. So
my head's
the second after your first the second after your first like knock on that wooden door, the door swings open and you see a half elven woman, kind of old, frazzled, and she's got like one lazy eye that looks like it kind of darts around of its own accord.
Oh, no.
She's like, "Yes.
Hello.
What do you want?
We heard.
Who are you?"
Well, my name is Gunther, and I heard that you could help us. We're actually heading to Karnus Solace, and we were told that if we need to, that you would probably be able to help us if we need anything to keep warm.
Sure. Gunther's a stupid name. And she turns around and walks inside. And she starts like looking through some of her things. And walks back over to the front door, looks out past Gunther and sort of counts everyone with a finger outstretched, and walks back over, and she starts sort of rummaging through and pulling out different ingredients and items and things. You see like a dead frog that she pulls out, and there's all kinds of shit like that. And She sort of gets armfuls of this stuff and walks out through the front door. She goes, "Move, move," and pushes you out of the way and walks out past you to the cauldron that's sitting here behind Faye. She sort of like dumps it all in the cauldron and goes back inside. And you can see like in there, there's all kinds of weird shit. Like there's like a dead frog. There's an eyeball. There's like, it looks like an animal's foot. Like there's herbs, all kinds of weird shit in there.
Is she like a witch?
And she brings out this jug of water and just dumps it all in. And when the water hits it, it gives off a bit of a pungent smell.
No.
And then she starts like furiously sparking away at the tinder and the wood beneath the cauldron. Yeah, she looks. You understand fully now what that guy meant. We're like, oh, she's a bit weird. Like, yeah, she's really fucking strange.
I feel like she has a few screws loose.
Yeah, not all the branches connect on her tree. So she eventually gets the fire going and lets it bubble. She puts a lid atop the cauldron. She says, 10 minutes.
Sounds
Sure.
And then she walks back inside and closes the door.
So,
Fuck.
I guess we wait.
Right, so we're just standing there waiting.
Yep. You
So
guys,
it's a nice day today, huh?
She insulted my name.
You just noticed that now? What?
No, it's just I didn't really I didn't really know what to answer, and now
I was
I
so
just
taken aback
realized
by everything that.
I actually
Yeah.
wanted to say like
She said my name was stupid.
honestly wanted to say not my
I
best.
mean,
I honestly wanted to just be like, well, it sure wasn't my best decision.
fuck.
So after about 5-10 minutes, she comes out and like checks the pot, and you see like as she lifts the lid, there's a big waft of steam, and it smells horrendous. You'd think typically after cooking all the things that are in there in like boiling water, whatever, it would smell a little bit better. Much worse. You smell what is akin to the level of smell you would get from like a decaying body. Like it is horrid. And she has this ladle that she dips in there, pulls out, pours it into a small, very small jar that she puts a cork stopper in, and she thrusts it into your hands, Gunther. She says,
take
"One
it.
each," and she continues
One
ladling these things into these, and it's like this sort of almost like murky gray water liquid that's in there. You see like there's flakes of like skin and whatever else that have come off of like the animal leg or like the frogs or whatever.
Gunther feels afraid.
floating around in there. And so he should. This is like repugnant. And she just like hands one to each person, and Tuazar just kind of holds it awkwardly. And she's like, "Does anyone want mine?"
No, I'm good.
She's like, "Oh."
So just to be sure, we're supposed to drink this, right?
Yes. Yes. Drink it.
I,
Consume it. Not now.
Honestly,
Later when it's really cold and you need it.
Oh, okay.
all right.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Yes,
it.
yes. Go away. And then she walks inside and slams the door shut.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god.
Well,
I mean, she helped us, so she's nice, I guess, in a way.
we should get going.
She's
Yeah.
friendly. Yes. So you guys are heading off toward Karnus Solace?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
um.
That was something.
Yep. So you leave Sil'terai and make your journey across to where the entrance of Karnus Solace is laid out in your maps. And you follow along the mountainside. And it's kind of a it's kind of a ways out of the way. You have to go around some rocky passes and the like, and I'll get everyone to roll a perception check as well.
All right. Oh, okay.
Thank you for compensating for my failures.
Gunther, your eyes are kind of hit with just the ice and the snow and the cold wind so much that it's in contrast to what's hidden behind the safety of the mask. It is kind of piercing, and you have to constantly blink, and it's really hard to see much of what's going on.
Let's just say you don't have special eyes anymore.
Yeah. You no longer have special eyes.
My special eyes!
My brand! My brand. So, Faye, however, you've gotten quite accustomed to the way the wind blows against your skin and in your face and the cold itself, and you're able to see everything around you pretty clearly. At one point, you guys were going to steer off of the path, but you steered everyone back on the right course. Interestingly enough, you don't see any sign of a cart or any tracks.
That's not good.
Similar.
Could be the one guy's wife.
Yeah, leading up toward the entrance. As you continue further southwest, the terrain begins to get a little more rocky than it does snowy. And you find yourselves at the entrance to a cave or a tunnel. You can see this is going like up further into the mountains, so it's a little bit more vertical, but you can see like through the tunnel ahead. It kind of twists and turns. You can see light coming through, so there is an exit on the other side.
Just be extra careful.
Yep.
Caves can be spoopy.
You hear Tua's arc up. Good news, I didn't find any sign of the wolves on our way over here, so while they were watching, they must have just decided that we were too tough for them.
Good.
Obviously.
Yeah, of course. Not at all surprised.
Stare down. Just had that stare down with the wolves.
Yeah.
We
Come at me, bro.
It's like I don't think Gunther did much, but I was there.
I stared too.
Yes, you did. You both stared. So, you guys progress through this this rocky tunnel. You can feel the wind blowing at your backs as you pass through. You get to the other side of the cave, which opens up over a stony platform that extends out toward the mountain, and you know that this is Karnus Solace ahead of you.
Oh, that is freaky.
Is that a face? It is a face.
Yeah, that is a face.
Is this gonna eat us if we go in?
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready for the vortex?
You see, it's kind of like a crystalline, almost like a carving out of this mountainside that's sitting there. There's glowing bright blue light coming from the inside of the mouth of the entrance. below the bridge, the icy rocky bridge that extends across, you see swirling light, this bright blue aurora borealis style light that sort of swirls through there. How deep that drop is, you are completely unable to tell, but it's at least enough to kill you if you fell down there.
Let's not find out.
Yep.
Is there a checkpoint where we can save?
Oh my god.
And there should be a checkpoint.
Unfortunately, not in D&D.
Just
Damn
like
it.
real life.
Yep. Almost as though it's a role-playing experience. So, what would you guys like to do? It's kind of starting to get into like early evening,
Maybe
late
we
afternoon,
should-
early evening.
I feel like we should rest before we go in. I have the feeling
Yeah.
we'll be in there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as
You guys-
snowy and windy in here, right? Like we could just camp out.
No, it's not exactly like as it was out in the wastes where it's like hard blowing wind and heavy snow. It's it is a little bit breezy through here and it is cold, but if you set up a campfire, there's no reason you guys shouldn't be fine throughout the night. You have shelter of the cave mouth behind and above you that's giving you protection from snowfall and rain and all that kind of stuff, so you can
Oh, good.
pretty much camp here and be safe.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay. As you're doing that, I will get a perception check from everyone.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Perception.
Oh boy.
Oh! Not a 20, but I got a 20 still.
All right.
God, I'm specialized back.
Gunther, you notice that way above the peaks of the mountains and above Karnus Solace, which, by the way, should hopefully be in your journals now, so you can have a look at it whenever you please.
Yeah.
Up above the tops of the mountains, you can kind of see silhouettes that are flying around. It's really hard to tell from here what exactly they are, but they look to be about the size of horses, and they have great wingspans, and they're just sort of flying around the tops of the mountains.
There's something flying over there. It kind of looks like a horse.
Well, that's peculiar.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about this,
Would
would
I?
you?
Roll a nature check.
I do not.
What about you, Guy?
Let me try.
Okay.
You have a better idea what they are than I do.
Yep. So looking up at their forms, Faye, you got no idea, fam. Like they're just flying things. They could be big birds. Who knows? Their makeup, the fact that they have a tail, the way that their wingspan is, they look feathered but not all over. They look to have almost talons in a way from what you can spy, Diana, and you know that these are griffins.
Oh, joy.
Should we
Lovely.
really camp out here?
They're a little bit bigger than horses. And often...
Are griffins
they-
naturally aggressive?
When they're hungry, yes.
Mm.
And they often what they do is they get they're aggressive and they're territorial. So like they when there are travelers passing through on horseback and stuff, it's often that they get their diet from travelers and the horses they ride.
Oh no.
Well, I think I know where
They don't
that
seem to
guy's
inspire
wife
you.
went.
Right. They haven't noted. Let's keep quiet.
You don't have to know.
Keep an eye on your dog, Faye.
Yeah, I will.
So yeah, I tell him like, yo, keep an eye on your shit, because those are griffins.
Yeah, exactly. These things can swoop down and with their front two claws just pick up a wolf and eat it, like, very easily. So
No!
Yep.
Now I feel like we shouldn't camp out here.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to go a little further back into the cave that you came out of, and sort of in the mouth of that cave, hang out there, because then they can't dive bomb you from the sky.
Exactly.
You'd be a lot safer there.
Yeah,
let's do that.
I agree. Let's do that.
Okay. So you guys retreat back into the mouth of the cave and hang out inside and catch some rest, whatever unnerved rest you can catch. Get rid of some of the exhaustion and tiredness you might have felt from the long, cold travel, and get ready to head in there in the morning. Is there anything else you'd like to do during this rest? Brew potions or prepare weapons in any way or anything?
I have potions ready.
I would play the lute, but I feel like if I played, that would just not be a great idea right now.
Yeah, not a good idea. Not now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's be stealthy, followed by punctuated with Spanish guitar.
Question. I was wondering, because I still have that amethyst dust from last time, what would that do?
The amethyst dust?
Yeah, what can I do with that?
Maybe use it for a potion.
Yeah, if it's good for potions, I can just give it to Dai.
Roll... Diana, if you want to roll a apothecary check.
Yes.
Neat.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh,
bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Lacey is blessed.
I can do that. I'm God.
Yay!
Give me just a moment.
Okay.
Real quick. Right. You know that it is an ingredient used to make a potion of stone giant strength.
That sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll tell him that. Like, yeah, you could use that to make a potion.
Well, if you need it, you can have it. I have no use for it, really.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it then.
Basically, when you create a potion of stone giant strength and you drink it, it gives you, it changes your strength like stat temporarily to it'll change from your 17 that you have to a 23.
Whoa.
So you can do mad damage and
wow,
strong shit. I think your thing would go from like +3 to like +6 or 7.
Oh my god. Do I know what goes into making that potion?
Roll an apothecary check to sort of finish off the rest of the... Not at this point, but worth noting in case later on you encounter some of the other ingredients that would go into it.
I was wondering, I still have that Ankeg acid sack. You said I can use that to attack things, right?
So, anything else that people want to do while we're waiting on this rest before we go in?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, you're
I
saying
was
good
just
stuff?
I was just going to ask. It's a potion of what again?
Oh, Stone Giant's Strength.
Don't. Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good that you guys take notes and you don't expect just me to remember, because, oh man, I'm used to that.
Yeah, no, I keep notes of like all the ingredients, things that I find.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I was wondering, Nick, is there anything else that can be done with NK acid sacs instead of like just attacking enemies with that?
If you want to ask Diana, she could probably
Yeah,
work something out.
So also,
I'll get.
yeah, we're just gonna ask Diana directly.
Okay.
You wouldn't happen to know what you could do with this, right? And I just
The
showed
Ankeg acid that he's got from defeating that thing in the mines near
Yeah.
Reprieve.
I mean, besides just launching it at someone and
yes, like would you be able to use
watching
like, potions and something, or something?
like besides that.
Yeah, roll a apothecary check. Oh yeah. Ankeg acid, if mixed with sort of tripe, like cow's stomach, that sort of stuff, can be brewed into an incredibly powerful alcohol.
What?
Interesting.
That sounds
it's
really
very potent.
dangerous.
You don't use nearly as much of the acid that you have, but yeah, it's one of those like weird, crazy alcohols that some wild people drink. Like it's something that they drink in places like Ta'al and in the desert. Like they would have crazy alcohols like this, and it's like you remember reading about it. Oddly enough, in Simon's books back home, but they have. It has this effect of just completely, like, almost immediately after ingesting it, numbing you. Like you feel your mouth goes numb, your body goes numb. You feel the warmth of it; it burns.
It sounds like it would be perfect to like just just kind of like take down someone.
Like yeah, if you can.
If you can
convince someone to drink that, yeah, it could.
Yeah. It is kind of a thing where it's like you would have to make a Constitution saving throw, and if you don't succeed, you could get very sick, and just be ill for about a day. But also, mad strong alcohol, yo.
So
I'm sure you could sell that for a lot of money.
If you want,
yeah.
I can hold on to the acid in my because I keep that in my magic box.
Yeah, you should hold on to it. I'm pretty sure
avoid hazards.
we'll find use for it at some point. Yeah, keep it in the box.
It's to avoid hazards, if it just breaks or something.
Keep it in the box.
In my magic
keep
box.
Keep that box in
my magic box
in the bag of holding.
That's actually where I keep.
Deep.
That's actually where I keep the magic box, in the big bag. So
okay.
Two magic storage.
So, you guys rest here for the night. Is there anything that the other two of you want to do?
I was actually checking if I had anything I could give to someone here as well, but it seems like I might not.
Like what?
Actually, I almost feel like Faye would have more use out of this than me, because I don't think I'll ever use it. Hey Lacey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you've been just real quiet, so I was wondering, did she fall asleep? So, Faye, would you be interested in this? And I showed like that one talisman that I found in Necromancer a while ago, like the one that influenced animals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
I don't think I'll ever use it, so you can have it if you want.
Yeah, I'll take it. Blah, blah, blah.
Gunther
I
is
just need
getting
to add it
rid
to
of
my-
his shit and give it to people.
I'm surprised he isn't trying to make me pay for it.
Charge for it.
He doesn't make
You
his
want it?
friends
Well,
pay.
guess what? You gotta pay for it.
He doesn't make his friends pay.
See, you notice that Tuazar's sitting there shaking her head. She's like, more magic shit.
I don't think. Well, I have the description of the item in my treasures, Nick. If you want to see. If you want to tell
What
us
you
what
can
it
do
was.
is just you can kind of copy and paste that onto
Yeah, that's what I
my
might do.
art chat. Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote it like that, so here
Yep.
you go, Lacey.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Shit.
While that's going on, does Diana want to do anything, or
No, I don't think. I'm good.
okay? And does Faye want to do anything?
Not as of now. I think Jake was reacting to the talisman of animal influences, just like, no, that was just for me.
Rip-a-dippy dude.
I'm gonna fill Jake in later on everything that he's missed, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figured.
Right, so you guys camp out in the cave, and you see as it grows dark, the area is kind of lit up by the dancing blue lights of the abyss below the bridge and from the doorway into Karnus Solace. And also you notice that among all of the entrance to the cave and among the frosted over stone, there are these mushrooms that are sitting around that also start glowing in the same fashion.